So we've had one of the legendary Strauss Zelnick interviews. What you saying, everyone? Hope you're all doing good. So Strauss has given us one of his quarterly interviews, stated how he feels and his confidence levels about the release date. He did also briefly mention that GTA 6 isn't Rockstar's only focus right now, which I definitely find quite interesting. So what we're going to do for this one is we're just going to watch the interview. I'll see if I can commentate as we go through, and then we'll recap at the end. But it's definitely looking like he's very, very confident that we are getting this game on the 26th of May, 2026. And don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy the content. Means a lot to me, and I really do appreciate it. So let's get into it.
The company's saying Grand Theft Auto 6 remains on track to be released in May 2026. The stock rebounding today from Friday's losses, now up roughly 20% this year. Joining us now in an exclusive interview is Take-Two Interactive Chairman and CEO Strauss Zelnick. Welcome. Great to have you. Always.
Great to be here.
So, I mean, things are looking good ahead of this release, it seems, given your report.
Things are looking amazing. We had a great first quarter. It's great to be able to guide up for the year. And what's really exciting is that we're performing across all of our labels. And mobile has had this wonderful story with 2 new big hits. And as you know, the hardest part of our business is to create new mobile hits. So I couldn't be more thrilled with how things are going.
What's driving that sort of inflection in mobile?
I think what's driving it is our teams are just doing a wonderful job. So the new hits are coming from our labels, our studios in Turkey, Peak and Rollick. And Peak has launched Match Factory, which is massive, and Rollick's had its biggest hit with Color Block Jam, also massive.
So it's just the innovation cycle, that's what's working right now?
They're just doing a great job creatively, and they also are great marketers, and they run lean operations. Our 3-part strategy is be the most creative, be the most innovative, be the most efficient, and they stand for that.
Is the growth coming from people upgrading, or are you bringing in new gamers?
Oh, these are new customers to both of these games, absolutely.
What does that kind of runway look like?
What is the runway? How high is up?
What's the addressable market here?
The addressable market's huge. I mean, you can easily have a mobile title that does $1 billion a year in revenue. We don't have a title like that. Our titles are somewhat smaller, but we have a lot of them. I think we can say that we have the best collection of owned intellectual property across mobile and console and PC in the business.
Yeah, so I am going to let the whole interview play just so we can get everything in context. But some of the numbers they're projecting are absolutely crazy. And the numbers that they put out for GTA 5 and Red Dead, just insane. I genuinely just can't wait to get my hands on this game.
Is business being driven by macro at all? I mean, consumer, household, discretionary income, name it, job opportunities, things like that?
Well, as you know, we're sort of in soft landing mode. And so in a terrible recessionary environment, entertainment businesses get hurt as well. We wish we could say we're counter-cyclical or even resistant. We're really not. However, when household spending becomes a little tighter, as you can imagine, people are more careful. And in the entertainment business, the form that takes is going to quality. So, you know, a kind of want-to-have becomes I don't care. A must-have is still a must-have. And our job is to make the best entertainment on earth. That's what we try to do every day. We only try to make the biggest hits. We don't always succeed. However, when we do succeed, even in tougher times, people will show up.
And in an era where everyone talks about AI's impact on coding, right, and engineering, talk about that trajectory right now, how it affects your ability to write.
So we haven't had enormous efficiencies yet. I do believe we will over time. Our head of IT is reviewing about 200 different pieces of software at any given time. And, you know, as you know, all investment on Earth has sort of been magnetically drawn to all things AI. So I think we'll create a lot of efficiencies. I'm concerned, though, that we'll probably offset that with our spending to make things bigger and better. And so I've taken the position that I don't want people to expect that suddenly our production costs are going to dive. What isn't going to change is it's still going to be really hard to make a hit. It's not going to make it easier to make a hit.
Let's talk. I mean, speaking of Grand Theft Auto 6, there's so much anticipation for this. I wonder how much actually the stock move is about this and just how much of your conversations with investors are dominated by this anticipation of this release.
I won't lie, I'm actually seriously considering buying some Take-Two stock. I just think it's just going to be a no-brainer at this point in time. When you look at the numbers on that and the potential return with the likelihood of how successful GTA will be, I don't know, I'm really thinking about it.
Well, look, right now we have the ability to talk about performance across all of our labels right this very minute in this incredible release schedule ahead of Grand Theft Auto 6. So, for example, our 2K label is just booming. NBA 2K25 is up materially year over year. It sold in 11.5 million units. Recurrent consumer spending is up 48% year over year. Our WWE series, thanks to our friends at TKO, is just doing great. We just released Mafia: The Old Country, which is looking really, really good. And we have Borderlands 4 coming and the new iteration of NBA 2K coming. So we have that from 2K. Of course, as you mentioned, everything related to GTA is meaningfully up year over year. So, of course, there's anticipation, and our mobile business is booming. Our job is to deliver across the entire company. So I actually think the conversation right now and the stock movement now is a reflection of our underlying economics, which is the entire business. I don't think it's just based on like what is to come in the future.
Yeah, you definitely can't blame him for plugging those other games. They've got a big window to go until we get to GTA. Plus, Mafia is absolutely amazing. Not really into 2K myself, and not really into Borderlands, but really, really enjoying Mafia at the moment.
So there is a lot of talk about that.
There is, and I'm happy there is. I mean, we had 475 million views in 24 hours for trailer 2, setting a new record, breaking the internet. These are good things.
And it was delayed, and so now May 26, 2026.
Yes, got
level
that right.
of conviction there? Or
well, my level of conviction is very, very high, obviously.
So that's going to happen. How much of the Rockstar team is working on this?
Well, Rockstar does have a lot of other things going on, but this is, of course, the primary focus.
Definitely looks like we're getting that Red Dead Redemption 2 PlayStation 5 and Xbox version, and potentially the Switch 2 version with this comment. And I think that's going to be the last thing that will just really tie me over until we get that GTA 6 drop. But to hear him say that they're actually focusing on other things is great. Even potentially, could that be a new IP? Or could it be another Red Dead Redemption? Who knows? But it's just great to hear.
Do you worry about great expectations?
That is such a great question. Look, we try not to pump expectations, right? I think Rockstar's whole stock and trade is to have these extraordinary expectations and still to beat them. I know that's their goal. I know it's going to be an amazing game. You know, the rest we'll see in the fullness of time.
So yeah, there we go. He definitely seems very confident. I know on the surface he's got to come across that way for the sake of the shareholders, but he is showing a different level of confidence here to what he's previously shown when he didn't give us the reiteration. But I think it's definitely interesting that he mentioned it's not Rockstar's only project, so we could be looking at that Red Dead Redemption 2 and the GTA 4, PlayStation 5 and Xbox versions. At this point, it's just great to hear him talk about it because he's the only one who will at the moment. Yeah, so what do you think? Are you confident we'll get the game on time? Let me know your thoughts in the comment, and don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy the content. I appreciate the support, and I'll see you for the next one.